Emperor. Ooh, boss like that. Some of you guys could be dealing with an Aries, or this is in regards to some kind of business endeavor, starting your own business, work situation. Okay. Oh, some of you guys, that's what you really focused on. Overall, what I was getting was that financial independence, striving for that, trying to maintain that, trying to have a balance about that. Avoiding some kind of disaster in regards to a marriage or a home situation. But ultimately getting some kind of good news in regards that will get you unstuck. Also health. Remain positive. There will be improving health for those of you that is the situation. Okay, we're going to start with your recent past. I'm going to use this deck right here. This is called the Wizard's Tarot. I will clarify with Rider deck. And then towards the end, once you see what you see, you hear what you hear, I will have you ask me a question, and let's see if we cannot give you a more precise answer to your question. Okay. My Geminis, in your recent past, last year, last month, last second, person, place, or situation, you have the King of Wands. Okay. This would be fire energy. So you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be a king. It could be a queen. You could just be taking on this energy. This energy of this king is all about being recognized. This is someone that takes action. They have that go-getter type of mentality. Whatever the heck they want, they go and they get it. They don't procrastinate. They make things happen. So, again, that boss-like energy. Going to go get that job, getting promoted, starting that business. Whatever it is that you desire, you can go and get it. Nice. You might have heard from someone in authority, from a boss. It's kind of news. Now let's talk about your present energy. You have the Hierophant. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, or you have this in your chart. So the Hierophant, this is in regards to, could be something about the government. So government job, higher learning, teaching. Some of you guys are connecting with someone that is like-minded, high vibration, very mentor, whether you are a mentor or you're finding someone that can be in your thinking level that has the ability to mentor you. Because my Geminis, as we know, you guys are very freaking smart, and you like that intellectual, stimulation. You like to talk to people that make sense, You like those kind of conversations. Very intellectual stimulating conversations. Others of you, this could be in regards to higher learning in religion, spirituality, some kind of enlightenment. Has to do with your spiritual growth. Something that is very interesting to you. Maybe you have discovered something, or letting others know of what you letting others know what you have discovered, and others are very, very interested. So getting a lot of recognition for this that you have to say, that you're speaking about. Whatever it is you're talking about, you know a lot about it. So there's there's a lot of authority in what you say. So I'm not sure what it is. It's for the masses. You are inspiring and motivating to others. So this is a good thing. Others of you, when it has to do with love, somebody finally is going to take that leap of faith and take action to commit, to propose, to offer this. There's a marriage contract, a proposal, or moving in, cohabiting together, trying to make this work, trying to commit to something, someone, to yourselves even, right? Get a lot of attention. You know, could be even spotlight. Now in your near future, my Geminis, you have the Eight of Swords. So what is up with this? All up in your mind. It's like you start off very positive, very wanting to do this. You want to commit, and then there's some second guessing, going back on what you said or what they said, overthinking something. So it feels like that over-analysis paralysis type thing. It seems very temporary. So it could just be that someone around you is wanting you to change your mind about what it is that you were so determined to do because it's not to their benefit, possibly. Or you might have a tinge of cold feet. It's too good to be true, you might feel. But this is something that is very much possible. It's meant for you. So just don't overthink it. Just go for it. Just go for it. There's a small block or something that you might feel will be in your way and mess everything up. But it's not as bad as you think. It's mostly about the thoughts. Swords are about thoughts. Swords are about communication. So if you don't think it, then it won't happen. Remember in the beginning I was talking about improving health and remaining positive. So you might have got some kind of news or fear of going to the doctor or get, a second opinion. Kind of accepting what was said without researching it. Or it's just that first thought. You know, when you get some news and it's like, oh my God, I'm going to be sick, or that's not going to happen, or somebody could have told you some news about their health and now you might be thinking worst case scenarios. It's more of that thought. So just stay positive. It doesn't happen if you don't think it. So stay in the positive. Or don't let others make you lose that positive energy you got going on, you're starting off with. Because we always got those haters, right? Beneath the deck, you have the Knight of Swords. So this is fast and furious communication, going in or going out. Don't be too hasty. Think before you act. Or you're dealing with someone that just said something or is doing something kind of in the spur of the moment without thinking about the consequences. Some cutting words. Someone said something that the other didn't like and then they got kind of hurt. So there might be a need to just rephrase it or understand where they're coming from. So it seems like someone feels like their opinion is not valued or what they're going through is not valued. And that just lowers everything. Like you could have been on the same page and then one thing is said and it's taken out of context and now the other is very hurt and doesn't want to talk. If that's the case, let them, relax, or you relax for a second and try not to overthink it because it could have just been taken the wrong way. Others of you, I feel like this is in regards to whatever that government issue is. That it's like an opportunity to start this business or go for this job or, go on this date, however this is. It's very unexpected and it throws somebody off that is too soon. So there's a fear factor there. They don't want to jump into it because of the fear of success. There's that fear of success. It was too fast. They didn't expect it. You didn't expect it. out of nowhere. You might have to do something really fast. Okay, now, what is this King of Wands? The King of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So this would be losing patience. Stop waiting. Somebody decides to stop waiting on whatever that was because apparently it wasn't coming in fast enough, and they're just going to go for it. Just spur of the moment type of energy. It kind of feels like putting something off, and how should I explain? It's like somebody didn't think this was possible, and they were kind of just letting it go, and then all of a sudden there's news, and you got to move on it like really quickly. Or somebody thought that they were going to wait forever. Like, oh, Gemini's going to be there forever. I can do whatever I want. I can go seek recognition over here, and they're not going to mind, or this is how they feel about you. And as soon as, the person stopped waiting, like, you know what, I'm not wasting my time with you at this job, however it is. Then the other person gets very nervous, like, oh shoot, I gotta hurry up and, let them know how I'm feeling. Like, I was just playing, that's not what I meant. Like, I want to commit. I want to get married. I want whatever this is. I didn't think you were gonna give up on me like that. I thought you were gonna be around forever. A little bit of that back burner type of energy. Clarifying the Hierophant is the Hierophant in reverse. So this is non-committal. So it seems like someone's serious and someone isn't. Someone is serious about it and someone isn't. So as soon as the one that wasn't serious, again, wanting to commit but never really commit, so then they didn't commit, so then it's like, well, bye. And then it's like, no, I want to commit. I want to do this. Could also be in regards to playing some kind of game with the counter offer. Expecting them to give you everything, or, this job offer, and didn't take the job offer, or were too slow in taking the job offer. So then the other side is like, well, you don't want it, then, I'll give it to someone else. And then they're like, you know what, no, I want this. I'm sorry, my apologies, my email, something's going on. Excuses, like, no, I want this. So as soon as someone decides to just let it go, like, never mind, you didn't, do it fast enough, I'm not going to be waiting around. You want attention elsewhere, you want to go seek this elsewhere, then fine, go elsewhere. So then they're like, no, I want this, I'm sorry. Something like that. It's also like divorce or separation. Somebody didn't think that it would happen, that the paperwork would be filed until they get the paperwork. Now they want to change their mind. They want to work at this. Negotiate something. It has to do with negotiation for some of you. And also the religion thing. There's a difference of religion, and that was, or the way of thinking in regards to, something that there was once in common. You once had this in common, and then you didn't. And that was a deal breaker, you thought, or they thought, but then coming to terms with it and being willing to work at it. Willing to work at this. Like, you know what? You have a right to your opinion. I respect your opinion. It doesn't mean we have to separate. And for some of you, it does. It means that you need to separate because there's something you thought you were okay with, and then it turns out to be a deal breaker. Okay. Changing your mind. Changing your mind about some kind of commitment. You or them. But that was an eye-opener because now you really see what they're about. Or they see what you're really about. there's more about that. It's like a test, some kind of test, being tested to see if you really want to do this. If you really want to commit to this, then they want you to do whatever they ask. Ultimatum of some sort. Clarifying the Eight of Swords is the Four of Pentacles upright. So this is holding on to something, someone very, very tightly. For some, this is your money. You don't necessarily want to move in with someone or, you know, take that next leap because you want to keep your money. Okay, so this is how it's feeling. Prenup, something about a prenup. Like if you really love me, you'll sign this. And the other person's like, well, if you really love me, you won't make me sign this. That's for some of you. Others, somebody's overthinking something because of what was said or taken out of context. And the test here is to really open up and tell me how you really feeling. Say the I love you. Reciprocate. Because it seems like they might be thinking like, well, you know how I feel. Well, you know what I do for you. Who else would do this unless there was love? Okay, fine. That's fine and dandy. But say it. Express it. Let me know how you're feeling. Somebody wants you to open up or you want them to open up, but that is really causing a lot of anxiety for whatever reason. Fear of if they say it, then, you know, it won't be reciprocated or they will be looked at as weak or not wanting to be vulnerable, put in that vulnerable spot. So the fact that somebody's really overthinking this is making them question the whole thing. Like it shouldn't be this hard for you to express yourself or be willing to, you know, go in on this. If we're to be partners, if we're to be, you know, if we are to be together, grow together, expand, then it shouldn't be so hard. You shouldn't have to be thinking about it so much. So what's the problem type thing. So really overthinking, opening up, or sharing. Sharing. Somebody doesn't want to share. Share you. Share them. Share. Of two minds. It's a constant back and forth, and somebody wants you to make a decision, or you want them to make a decision. Somebody's put on a spot. Like they're put on the spot. Like, okay, if even put, you know how sometimes people put those scenarios like, okay, well, what if this and that is going on? What would you do? So they want you to answer real quickly. Being tested. It's important whatever this is said to the future of whatever this is. I know that sounds weird, but hey, everybody got a different situation going on. I don't know your life, but this overthinking is not going to help. Because the overthinking is making the other person feel like there's something trying to be done in a manipulative way. Beneath the deck, you have the Two of Wands in reverse. So this is somebody making someone make a decision, choose a path, choose a person, choose already. Stop with the undecisiveness, the back and forth. One day you say this, one day you say that. So this is leaving the confusion behind and being asked to make a decision. Decide, what are you going to do? Which path are you going to take? Who are you going to choose? What's the plan? Am I just wasting my time? You need to take some action. It's a now or never type of scenario for someone here. It seems like. Okay, somebody don't like this though. Like, don't be putting me on the spot. I'm going to do it when I want to. Well, apparently it's been a long time coming. And, you know, that whole my biological clock is ticking. You need to tell me now or forever hold your peace. Alrighty then. My Geminis, that's a lot of info. After hearing what you heard, what would you like to know? You have your question. Okay. There's something better I feel like this is more of a, if you don't want me, somebody else does type of thing. That's for some of you. But let me read what the bookie book has to say. Give me 1 second. So number 78. 78 comes down to a 15, which is the devil. This is a risk. Somebody is asking, are you willing to take this risk? There's something better. Heaven has something wonderful in mind for you. However, it's not the same thing you have planned. Ask yourself what you would rather have. The very thing you're asking for, or something that would make you much happier and much more fulfilled. Sometimes God has joys in store for us that we could never imagine on our own. Open your mind and heart to the possibility that you deserve even more than what you're asking for. Trust your angels to guide you in a new and exciting direction. There you go, my Geminis.